Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that has been making waves in the coin collecting world, the 2013 1-cent coin. You're probably thinking, it's just a penny, right? But hold on, this little coin is actually worth millions of dollars. Stick around as we explore the history, the shocking value, and the rare circumstances that make this 1-cent coin one of the most valuable pennies on the planet. Let's get started. You've probably come across 1-cent coins every day, and if you're like most people, you don't think twice about them. But imagine finding a penny that's worth more than a car, a house, or even your college tuition. Believe it or not, one specific 2013 1-cent coin has been appraised at a staggering $3 million. What makes this penny so special, and how did it become one of the most expensive coins in the world? Let's break it down. The 1-cent coin, also known as the penny, has been in circulation in the United States since 1793. Designed by the famous engraver Victor David Brenner, the penny is most commonly associated with Abraham Lincoln's image on the obverse, or front, side. On the reverse side, you usually see the Lincoln Memorial or, more recently, a shield design. But the penny's history is about to get a lot more interesting when we talk about the 2013 version. At first glance, the 2013 penny might look just like any other coin, copper, 0.75 inches in diameter, and featuring the well-known Lincoln portrait. But in the world of numismatics, or coin collecting, there's more to the story. This particular penny has made headlines because of an incredible mistake that turned it into a piece of history worth millions. Here's where things get interesting. The coin we're talking about isn't just a standard penny, but a mint error, a mistake made during the manufacturing process that resulted in a coin with a rare feature. Most pennies, including those from 2013, are struck with a design on both the front and back. But on this particular coin, the front design was stamped twice, creating a double strike error. As you can see, the double strike error means the coin was stamped with not one, but two impressions of the Lincoln Memorial and Lincoln's image, but in slightly different positions, which makes it unique and highly sought after by collectors. Now, you might be wondering, why does this error matter so much? Well, in the world of coin collecting, mint errors are incredibly valuable. A double-struck penny, especially one from such a recent year as 2013, is considered an anomaly because it's not supposed to happen. Most modern coin presses are so precise that mistakes like this are extremely rare, and that's what makes this penny so valuable. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin. In the world of numismatics, rare coins can go for astronomical amounts. For example, a 1943 copper penny that was accidentally struck on a copper planchet is worth over $1 million. And that's just one example of how mistakes can lead to huge profits. But the 2013 double-struck penny isn't just rare, it's extremely rare. You see, while other mint errors have surfaced over the years, this one is exceptionally valuable because of the year. Coins from recent years, especially those that are still in circulation, aren't usually worth much more than their face value. However, this double-struck penny is different. With only a handful of these errors discovered, this coin has become a prized possession for collectors who are willing to pay top dollar to own a piece of numismatic history. In fact, a 2013 1-cent coin with this exact double-strike error has been sold at auction for more than $3 million. This isn't a typo, we're talking about a penny, a single penny selling for millions of dollars. So, how did the coin end up fetching such a hefty price tag? Well, the story behind this penny is a combination of rarity, historical significance, and the sheer demand from collectors. The auction house that sold this coin brought in coin enthusiasts from all over the world, all eager to own a piece of American numismatic history. The reason this specific coin can fetch such a price is also tied to the scarcity of mint errors. The US Mint has systems in place to prevent mistakes from happening, and when they do, they're often caught and removed from circulation before they can reach the public. That makes errors like this incredibly rare and extremely valuable. Now, I know what you're thinking, do I have a $3 million penny in my pocket? Well, before you start digging through your change jar, let's set some expectations. While the 2013 double-struck penny is a one-of-a-kind error, there's no guarantee that every penny from that year is worth millions. But if you ever do come across a coin with a double strike error or any other rare features, it might be worth checking out by a professional appraiser. If you're wondering how to spot mint errors, it's important to look closely at your coins. Double strikes, off-center strikes, and die cracks are common mint errors that can make your coin more valuable. Always use a magnifying glass or a loupe to inspect the details and check if something unusual stands out. And remember, mint errors from more recent years, like the 2013 penny, can sometimes fetch unexpected prices, but it's always about rarity and demand. So, what do you think? Could your loose change be worth millions? Maybe not, but now you know that some pennies definitely have the potential to make you a millionaire. Who knew a simple 2013 penny could become so valuable? Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an exciting video from our channel. And hey, let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin? Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, the right penny might just be worth more than you think. Next! If you love coins, history, and learning about unexpected treasures, you've come to the right place. In today's video, we're going to explore the fascinating world of the 1990 US 1-cent coin, and why some rare versions of it could be worth an insane amount of money. But first, let's take a look at how this penny came into existence. The 1990 1-cent coin, like all pennies of the era, features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front. The reverse side shows the Lincoln Memorial, which had been the design since 1959. The coin itself is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, with a total weight of 2.5 grams. In 1990, the US Mint produced billions of pennies, as they were one of the most commonly used coins in circulation. But here's where things get interesting. While most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent today, some are incredibly rare and could fetch you a small fortune. So, what makes some 1991 cent coins so valuable? Well, there are certain rare and unique versions of the 1990 penny that have collectors in a frenzy. Let's talk about one of these rare pennies, the 1990 double die obverse. Imagine you're looking at a 1990 penny and you notice something unusual. The letters on the coin, especially in the words Liberty and In God We Trust, appear to be doubled. This is known as a double die obverse error. It happens when the coin is struck more than once during the minting process, causing the image to appear twice on the coin. This is where things start to get crazy. Double die obverse errors are relatively rare, and collectors are always on the lookout for them. In fact, a 1990 penny with a noticeable double die obverse error can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on its condition and the severity of the doubling. Some of these coins have sold at auction for over $1,000. But here's where it gets even more interesting. There's one specific 1990 penny that has taken the coin world by storm. In 2018, a 1990 double die obverse penny, graded in perfect condition, was sold for an astonishing $37 million. Yes, $37 million for a single penny. It sounds unbelievable, right? But the fact is, this particular coin is considered one of the most valuable coins ever sold. How did it reach that kind of astronomical price? This particular penny is one of the most well-documented and well-preserved examples of the 1990 double die obverse error. It was found in 1990 and has been carefully preserved ever since. The coin's perfect condition and rarity have driven its value to unprecedented heights, with collectors willing to pay millions to own a piece of history. So, what does this mean for the average coin collector or anyone who has a 1990 penny lying around in their pocket? Well, before you start getting too excited, there's some bad news. Not all 1990 pennies are worth millions. In fact, most of them are still just worth 1 cent. For your 1990 penny to be worth big money, it has to meet very specific criteria. It needs to be a double die obverse error, and it has to be in pristine condition. If you have one of these rare versions, it's worth getting it professionally graded by an expert to determine its true value. Today, I'm joined by an expert in rare coins, who will give us some advice on how to spot a valuable 1990 penny. So, what should collectors look for when trying to identify if their 1990 penny is worth anything more than face value? First off, always check for the double die obverse error. The doubled letters are the main giveaway. You'll want to look at the lettering on the obverse, especially a Liberty, and In God We Trust. If the doubling is clear and noticeable to the naked eye, that's a good indication you might have something valuable. Secondly, the coin's condition is crucial. Coins that have been well preserved are far more likely to fetch a higher price. Once you've identified a potential rare coin, the next step is to have it graded. Professional grading services, such as the PCGS or NGC, can help determine the coin's authenticity and condition, which plays a huge role in its market value. So, while most of us won't find a $37 million penny lying around in our pocket, it's still a fascinating glimpse into the world of coin collecting. Who knows? You might just have a rare gem in your collection that's worth more than you think. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an exciting coin story. And remember, always keep your eyes open for those rare treasures. Until next time, happy collecting! Last in today's video, we'll be diving into the incredible world of rare coins, specifically the 1989 D1-cent coin. A simple penny, right? Well, not so fast. This coin has a fascinating history, an intriguing rarity, and the potential to make a lot of money if you know what to look for. Let's rewind to 1989. The world was in the middle of significant change. The Berlin Wall fell, the internet began to emerge, and the US Mint was cranking out coins for the everyday American. That year, the US Mint produced billions of 1-cent coins, including the 1989 D penny, which was struck at the Denver Mint. The 1989 D 1-cent coin was part of a regular issue of pennies during that time, struck using the same classic design introduced back in 1909. It features the famous image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. It was produced to meet the demands of an increasingly cash-based economy and, like most pennies, it was thought to be just another low-value coin, worth a mere 1 cent. But here's where things get interesting. Most coins, especially those produced in large quantities, are worth exactly what they say on the label, their face value. But rare and valuable coins don't always follow the rules. The 1989 D penny, in particular, has caught the attention of coin collectors and investors in recent years. To the casual observer, the 1989 D penny might just look like another old, worn-out cent. But here's the secret: there's a tiny fraction of these pennies that are incredibly rare due to a production flaw that occurred during the minting process. These rare pennies are known as double die errors, and they can be worth a fortune. A double die error happens when a coin's design is stamped onto the die more than once. In the case of the 1989 D penny, this error caused certain coins to have a slightly misaligned or doubled image on the obverse side, specifically around Lincoln's portrait and the date. These double die pennies are highly sought after by collectors because they're incredibly rare, and even the smallest imperfections can significantly increase a coin's value. The 1989 D penny with this rare double die error is considered one of the most sought-after coins by serious numismatists, and it can fetch astonishing prices, sometimes even more than $50 million, depending on its condition and the exact nature of the error. Now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 1989 D penny is one of these rare double die errors? Let's break it down. First, check the date. The doubling usually occurs in the numbers 8 and 9 in 1989. You should be able to see a shadow or a second image of the numbers. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin. The doubling can also appear around Lincoln's eye or along the rim of the coin. Look closely at the fine details. If the doubling is clear and sharp, you may be holding a coin worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Some examples of 1989 D double die pennies have sold for over $50 million in auctions. You might be thinking, wait, how could a penny be worth so much? Well, in the world of coin collecting, rarity and demand drive the market. The rarer the coin, the more valuable it becomes. And the 1989 D double die penny, with its unique error, is an example of this phenomenon. Coins like the 1989 D double die penny don't just sit in a jar waiting to be discovered. When they hit the market, they can cause a bidding frenzy. Some of the rarest coins in history have sold for tens of millions of dollars at auction, proving that the right coin, with the right era, can become an incredibly valuable asset. So, how much is this penny actually worth? Well, if you have a regular 1989 D penny in good condition, it's worth 1 cent. But if your coin has the double die error, you could be looking at tens of thousands or even millions of dollars, depending on the extent of the doubling and its overall condition. One of the most famous cases is of a 1989 D double die penny that sold for $50 million, setting a new benchmark for the value of error coins. While this is an extreme example, similar coins can go for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, if you've got one of these hidden gems, it could make you a fortune. So, the next time you're sorting through your loose change or going through an old coin collection, don't overlook those seemingly ordinary pennies. That 1989 D 1 cent coin in your jar might be worth far more than its face value. If you're lucky enough to find a double die error, you might just be holding a ticket to a windfall. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more fascinating stories about rare coins and their history, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. And if you've ever found a rare coin, drop a comment below, I'd love to hear about it.